Hi, welcome to another episode of Akambi's Kitchen Abroad. Today we're going to teach you how to cook chicken ravioli soup. Now I got the inspiration for this from watching the Food Network, where this chef goes to different American diners and he showed chicken noodle soup. And since it's winter, I thought we might do something similar. But with the chicken noodle soup that he showed, you have to prepare all the noodles and all the things together. And as I said, when you're coming in here either to Canada or to any other country as an immigrant, chances are you're going to have a small kitchen where you have so little space to work with. So what I did is I variated the chicken noodle soup to chicken ravioli soup. So the ingredients that we have are mixed vegetables, which we can get from any grocery. I get mine at No Frills since it's closer to me. Butter, chicken, which I'm going to use 2 breasts, chicken stock, garlic, potato, onions, your ravioli, which I also got from No Frills, all-purpose flour, and a cream. Now we're gonna start off with our chicken first, which you can do in advance next time. Always remember that when you're dealing with chicken, even though if it comes in a plastic bag or it comes packaged, you have to treat it as though it's dirty. So one of the things that I don't get here is they usually don't wash their chicken. I like to wash my chicken. Sometimes I even wipe it with lemon sauce. Lemon juice, not the sauce, lemon juice. Just to clean it out, because a chicken is considered as one of the dirtiest meats. So you have to make sure that you wash it. You don't need to season that. And we already have our boiling water. So we're just gonna put the 2 chickens in. Let it boil for 15 minutes. Make sure that you have it already defrosted, so it's going to be cooking through the middle part of the chicken. Otherwise, if you take it out from the freezer and it's frozen, chances are the middle part won't be cooked. So we're going to let that boil for 15 minutes, and then we're going to shred it. Hi, so 15 minutes have elapsed already, and I think our chicken has already done. It's cooked inside. You cut it open. So I'm going to take this out now while it's still hot. There's a reason why I'm still keeping the boiling water on, and that's because I want to keep the chicken stock for the ravioli later, for the soup. That way I don't have to use a powdered form. And I'm going to add another water to this to start boiling the ravioli. While we're getting this to boil, we're going to shred our chicken. You can also do this if you want to make a chicken sandwich. You can do this in advance, which I suggest you do it in advance. A bit too much water. So we're going to be boiling that again. And over here we have our chicken. Now to shred it, we just need 2 forks. Just put it away from the bone. If you want to use like chopped chicken or anything instead of shredding it, because I like my chicken noodle soup shredded, you can also do that. You can just chop the chicken and put it in, cook it and put it in. But I like mine shredded. Now, we have chicken noodle soup back home in the Philippines, but it's different from the West. The chicken noodles back home in the Philippines is basically what you would call a chicken wonton soup. It's the same thing, chicken with wonton and spring onions, whereas compared to here it's more of a creamy take on the chicken noodle soup from Asia, from the Philippines, and they use cream, and similar to pasta for the noodles. So I have that shredding, which you can also use again for chicken sandwich. You just mix it with mayonnaise. Salt, pepper, celery. Right. And again, I have my miniature garbage here so that I don't make a mess. I'm just gonna set this aside so I'll have more space, and you want to do that, so especially in a small kitchen you want to get the space cleaned out as soon as you can so you'll have more space to work with. And we're gonna wash our chopping board. Because the next thing we'll be chopping is the potato. Make sure you wash your potatoes before you peel them. I just want to get some rough cubes for it. So this is it. So I'm done with my chopping board now. I'm gonna put it here to make space. Getting the other ingredients which are placed in the table. Again, I've got my chopped onions, butter, mixed veg, and the ravioli. So I'm just going to take the chopping board out from the kitchen now because it's taking up too much space. And I need my strainer for my ravioli later. We're gonna get the bigger pan now, put that in. We're gonna put some onions. There's no oil on it yet. Let's put that. And a little bit of garlic. Tablespoon and a half. And I'm just going to add a tablespoon of oil to it. You just wait for that to sizzle up. So it's already boiling. What you want to do is get your ravioli. If you have the time to do your pasta for your noodles, you can do it, but I like mine ravioli because there's it's filled inside with, the one that I bought is cheese and spinach. Let's slow down a bit. Now follow the instructions that these packages have. It tells me to boil my ravioli for 6 minutes, which I'm going to do. Now that's cooking. I'm going to add my mixed vegetables to it. If you can measure it, a cup would be nice. And now we're gonna make roux. Roux you can make in advance. Technically, roux is used to thicken your soup. I'm gonna put a tablespoon of that. Just gonna mix it in. 2 tablespoons, maybe 3, 4 tablespoons. I'm just estimating it. It's technically around a cup of butter. And around a cup of flour to make your roux. You can see it's going to thicken up. And remember the chicken stock that I separated? Just going to add my chicken stock to that. Put in my potatoes. This one's overflowing a bit. But it is cooked. We're gonna strain this now in cold running water. This aside. I'm gonna add a bit more water to that. And we'll add the cream later, once it's done. Chicken that we shredded earlier, just gonna add it in. You can use one breast, but I like my chicken noodle soup to have a lot of chicken in it. So I use 2, plus I'm cooking for me and my wife. We're gonna season it later with salt and pepper. Right now, we're just gonna let that cook. Let it boil for a few minutes. I'd say give it around 10 minutes to boil. Then we'll add the cream and the rest of the ingredients. Hi, so we've allowed our soup to boil for 9 minutes because the potato wasn't cooked, and it should be cooked by now. Now if you've noticed earlier, I've added the roux directly to the pot. Some people would like to make the roux separately. You can do whichever way. But for me, this is faster if you're cooking chicken noodle soup. And you can see what the roux has done. It's making the sauce thick already. At this moment, I'm going to add my ravioli to it. Give that a bit of mix. I'm gonna taste it. I need to add a bit of salt. I've been meaning to transfer my salt to a bottle. I just haven't had the time yet. And some black peppers. Just a little bit of garlic too. And some Italian spice. Maybe a teaspoon of Italian spice. Just mix that. Give it another taste. Tastes better now. Again, season according to how you like your dish. Just gonna add a little bit of cream. Maybe 1/4 cup of cream. Get that to boil for a minute or two. Let's mix that in. It's actually ready to serve. I don't have a ladle, so I'm using this. Take it off the heat now. Also, if you're cooking cream-based sauces, don't forget to stir the bottom because otherwise it's gonna burn your pan. So once you're cooking it, don't forget to stir it up a bit and a bit. So that's my version of chicken noodle soup, which is chicken ravioli soup for me. And again with this, just gonna put a bit of croutons on top. And again, since my wife bought parsley, which I've already moved to a bottle, you can add it for some green. And that's our chicken ravioli soup. Hope you enjoy.